Bye, Miss.
Good evening, guys. So we are Architecture Pro, and I'm Mohammed Nazmi, and this is Songkit, Cherilyn, Jifong, and Meichan.
What is a city park? City park also known as a local park. How can we differentiate city park with other parks? First, it must be located in the city or town area. And second, it must be a public area for the community. Third, the size of the park must be 8 to 14 hectares. And last, it can fit in 12,000 to 50,000 people who can actually get from the housing area. And local park, just went from
Now I'll explain about the landscape feature for Merdeka Square. The landscape feature for Merdeka Square is nothing much but a flat field with a size of 8.2 hectares. We'll move to the characteristic of Merdeka Square. There's four of it. The first one, a plaza under Merdeka Square called Dataran Underground. Dataran Underground contains shops, restaurants, and art shops, and like normal shops lah, just like and stuff. And second, a big beautiful fountain, a small beautiful garden, and lastly, the most important characteristic, the tallest flagpole in Malaysia, with a height of 100 meters and surrounded by 14 state flags. We'll proceed to the historical background for Merdeka Square. Merdeka Square is built in 1884 for Royal Senel Club and used by Royal Senel Club members to play sports, for example, like cricket and rugby. And usually, Royal Senel Club members are usually people with high status. Since it is built for Royal Senel Club, therefore it was named as Senel Club Padang. On the other hand, opposite Merdeka Square is a historical building named Sultan Abdul Samad Building, and the building has a shining dome and a clock tower which is 40 meters high. Lastly, in 31st of August 1957, the Union flag was lowered and the Malaysian flag was raised in Merdeka Square. As you can see, the third photo, there's something mentioned there. I'll pass it to Meichan, my group member.
Merdeka Square, also called Dataran Merdeka. There is a giant hill with fantastic gratitude, green lawn, and sacrifice of the tallest flag that proudly display the giant Gavilan. Therefore, there are not only foreign visitors but also local visitors take picture at them. Every year of 31 of August, every Malaysian will gather at the Merdeka Square for Merdeka celebration. Therefore, not only that, on the other hand, there are also the firework display for the New Year countdown celebration, and also many celebrities having their concert at there.
So now we're going to contextual studies. Okay, so basically, Merdeka Square is located at the heart of Kuala Lumpur, and it's only 3 kilometers away from KL. So in this area, there's a lot of historical buildings, such as Sultan Abdul Samad Building, Islamic Club, the Masjid Jamal here, and also in the area, there's also bank headquarters, which show that this area is a commercial area. And up here, there's a residential area. So the nearest LRT is Masjid Jamal, which is only 2 minutes walking distance. Okay, so here we have a cathedral, Islamic Club. This is a library, and then we have museums here, and Sultan Abdul Samad. And also we have a police headquarters and different banks, Masjid Jamal and CTT, International Court, which is St. James Court in London.
The St. James Park is about 23 hectares, which is equivalent to 57 acres. And this is the pathway you can find the park, and along the pathway you can have activities such as picnics. And the main attraction of the park is the lake. And this is London Eye, and the building over here is the Coast Guards building. And the third picture over there, this building is the Buckingham Palace. Sorry, you are cherished. And we're going to the characteristics, where this is the Duck Island. The Duck Island is situated at the east end of the lake, and it's a sanctuary and breeding ground for waterfowls and other birds. And these are some migratory birds that can be found in the park. And we have a children playground where kids can play around over there, and a restaurant which is in the park restaurant, where you can have some simple delicacies or even use up their grab and go services. And the Guards Memorial is built in memory of the guardsmen who died in the World War I. And after the World War II, the inscriptions were added over there. And the sculptures are made up from guns captured in World War I, and they are modeled on real guardsmen.
Okay, I would like to talk about the history background of the St. James Park. St. James Park is actually the oldest royal park in London. And it is, in the past, it's surrounded by 3 palaces. And the most ancient palace is the St. James Palace, acquired by Henry VIII in 1532. After the second successor is James I. He improved the drainage and the water supply, and extend the landscape of the area to become more bigger. And after that is Charles II. He is the one who made a lot of changes and improvement. He added a canal which is redesigned to become a lake nowadays, and he made the park to become public. Previously the park is not public, and in 1837 the Ornithology Society in London, they sent some birds into the park to let the park become more beautiful and natural.
And then we can smell the signs of nature. So that is a very suitable place for us to having a sightseeing. Next, there are also a great place for family members to spend their holidays and weekends together. Children can play at the playground, and their family can having a drink at the cafe. And you can just lay out a picnic mat and just sitting at there, or you can just lay on the dark chair and have a silent get. Royal Guard Parade is Caramel Parade Ground. London Marathon is also having in the St. James Park. The park is become the finishing point at the park finishing point for this marathon.
Contextual studies. Okay, so St. James Park is located in the city of Westminster in central London. Okay, it's very close to River Thames and the London Eyes here. Okay, and there's three important royal palaces, which is the Buckingham Palace, St. James Palace, and Palace of Westminster. And there's also important government building here, which is have a British Parliament, Ministry of Defence, Department of Health, and also like the official residence of the Prime Minister, which is 10 Downing Street here. And the museum is St. James and Westminster. And here we have St. James, Buckingham Palace, and this is a Victoria Memorial. And here we have Palace of Westminster, 10 Downing Street, and Crossrail Parade. And here we have another park called St. James Square, and this one is called Green Park. And we have a church here called Westminster Abbey, and that's the government office. Conclusion. Throughout this project, we were able to differentiate different types of art, able to identify landscape features, research brief history about the origin of the park, research different activities and events, and study the context. Thank you.
Overall, you have a good design of the slide, but still a few slides you still lacking. Maybe could improve. Some of you talk very slow. I even can't hear. And not interact with the slide, and you just memorize. Okay. You have a very good contextual study. The way you arrange the information, I really like it. So good work on that. Keep it up, alright? Thank you. Next.
Andrea.